A girl named Tree wakes up on her birthday with a hangover in a dorm room. Her birthday ringtone plays, and she is annoyed by it, so she turns it off. Tree is in the room of Carter, a schoolmate she clearly does not like but apparently slept with after being wasted last night. She tells him not to tell anyone what happened, but as she leaves, Tree runs into his roommate Ryan, making her disgusted and embarrassed. Heading for her room, an environmentalist approaches Tree, but she ignores her. She also sees two lovers interrupted by the sprinklers, and a group of activists, one of whom suddenly passes out, but she continues to ignore them. Tree runs into Tim. He asks why she is not answering his texts, to which she says that she doesn't have to, because they only dated once. Her roommate Lori gives her a birthday cupcake, but after blowing the candle, she throws it in the trash, saying it's bad for her diet. She arrives late in class, but her professor Gregory just ignores it. It turns out that she is having an affair with her married professor, and they almost get caught when his wife Stephanie comes over to visit him. Tree later joins the lunch meeting with her sorority sisters. When Becky brings junk food, their head sister Danielle scolds and humiliates her. Becky leaves, but she bumps into Carter and accidentally spilled chocolate milk on Tree. Carter tries to return Tree's bracelet, and she's embarrassed, fearing that they might know she slept with him. That evening, while Danielle is reminding Tree about the party, a sudden blackout interrupts them, but it's just a quick one. On her way to the campus, Tree passes by students wearing baby masks, which is their school's mascot. Moments later, Tree notices a music box playing weirdly in an empty hallway. As she looks back, she sees a stranger wearing a baby mask. Scared, Tree runs away, but the masked stranger catches her and stabs her to death. Tree wakes up back in Carter's room with her birthday ringtone going off. She has a feeling that she's been there before, and as Tree goes out, the same things happened, like the environmentalist approaching her, the sprinkler on the lovers, and the activist passing out. When she bumps into Tim, she confirms that she's back on Monday the 18th, the day of her birthday. Back in her room, Lori gives her birthday cupcake again, but she just leaves it on the table. During their lunch meeting, Danielle scolds Becky on her food. Tree tried to warn Becky to be careful, but it's too late. In her professor's office, she knows that his wife is arriving, so she stops him. That evening, Danielle reminds her of the party, and there's the blackout again. Tree is about to head to the party, but she remembers what happened in the hallway, so she decides to go back. When she's back at the dorm house, Tree sees the masked assailant and she punches him. It turns out that they are having a surprised birthday party for her, and the masked guy is Nick, the guy that Danielle has a crush on. Nick flirts with Tree in front of Danielle, making her jealous and leaves. Tree later follows Nick to his room, where he turns on very loud music to party with her alone. However, the masked assailant appears and kills Nick, and later attacks her. And so, Tree wakes up in Carter's room again, but a bit more freaked out this time. She tells Lori how she went back to the same day and that someone is trying to kill her. Lori calms her down and advises that she skip class so she can have some rest. Tree secures the windows and blocks her door. It's 9:23 and there's the blackout. The light comes back and moments later, the masked assailant appears again and stabs her to death. After experiencing this horrifying cycle again, Tree confides in Carter, and though he barely believes her story, Carter suggests that she list down potential suspects that might have motive to kill her. Tree also finds out that Carter did not take advantage of her when she was wasted, making her seem to like him now. Tree begins listing her suspects, ruling out Nick first, and then writes down Tim. However, she catches Tim watching gay corn, so he's definitely out. Following another fatal encounter, she writes down Stephanie, the professor's wife. While Tree is following her, she gets attacked by the masked assailant again, drowning her in the pool. Next on the suspect list is Danielle. They get into a confrontation which takes a disastrous turn when two of them got hit by a bus. The last on her list is her lover, Gregory. However, Tree seems to start feeling pain, and she suddenly passes out. At the hospital, Gregory shows her the X-ray result which shows major traumas which she seems to have sustained from her previous deaths. Tree later sneaks into Gregory's office and finds a mask hidden in his drawer. However, in the hallway, the killer appears behind Gregory and stabs him. Tree runs away and manages to escape using Gregory's car. She feels ecstatic after finally escaping her death, but then she gets pulled over by the police because of speeding. Tree lies and says that she is under the influence so that the cop would bring her to prison and she'd be safe from her killer. However, the cop suddenly gets run over by the masked killer. With the gasoline leaking out of the cop's car, the assailant throws a birthday candle, blowing up Tree. She wakes up in Carter's room again, and she tells him about her recurring day, but he does not believe it. Tree is able to predict the sprinklers and the fainting activist, which makes Carter finally believing her. At a diner, Tree explains that she is getting weaker every time she comes back to life, and she thinks she has less chances left. The news flashes about a serial killer named Joseph who is known for targeting young women, and he is currently at their university hospital. Believing that he is the masked assailant, Tree goes to the hospital to finally stop him. Joseph has already killed his police escort, and he chases Tree with a gun. Now cornered, the man takes off his mask and is about to shoot Tree when Carter jumps to save her. However, Joseph kills him and continues chasing Tree. She manages to subdue him, but then realizes that if she does not reset the day, Carter will remain dead, so she climbs the tower and ends her own life. Now that she knows her assailant, Tree wakes up with excitement and thanks Carter for saving her life. She signs up for the environmentalist group, warns the lovers about the sprinklers, and readies a pillow for the activist who passes out. She also goes to Gregory to finally end her affair with him, and at the sorority lunch, Tree brings junk food and eats them obnoxiously. When Danielle tells Becky to leave, Tree stops her, and she pours the chocolate milk on their sorority leader. Carter comes by to return her bracelet, and Tree kisses him in front of everyone. That evening, Tree threatens the police escort of Joseph and steals his gun. She tells him to call back up because the criminal will later escape. She is about to shoot Joseph, but the gun has the safety on. The assailant didn't have his straps locked, so he is able to attack Tree and slam her into the wall. However, Tree knows the exact time that the blackout is going to happen. When the light returns, she is already behind Joseph, and now that the gun has the safety off, Tree finally shoots her assailant dead. They later celebrate her birthday with the cupcake that Lori made for her. Carter asks her why Joseph's straps weren't locked, and Tree says it does not matter anymore. He then asks what is her birthday wish, and Tree says tomorrow. After blowing the candle, she wakes up in Carter's room once more, and her birthday ringtone plays again. Tree is confused and furious as she goes back to her room, thinking that she can no longer stop the loop. Lori gives her the birthday cupcake again, and Tree says she already ate it last night. That's when she realizes that she never ate the cupcake before, except for last night. It is poisoned, and since it didn't work, Lori needed to find another way to kill her. Since she is a nurse at the hospital, Lori sedated Joseph, then puts the mask on him, so that he will be blamed once she killed Tree. Lori denies her accusation, so Tree tells her to eat the cupcake. When she declines, Tree threatens to bring it to the police, and that's when Lori attacks her. She confesses that she was jealous because Gregory chose Tree over her. As the two fights, Lori manages to choke her on the bed, but then Tree grabs the cupcake and shoves it into her roommate's mouth. She then jumps on the chandelier to kick Lori out of the window and fall to her death. She later watches the news with Carter at the diner, where Danielle is being interviewed about the incident, and she affirms that Lori is a psycho killer because she wears a pair of Crocs. Carter invites Tree to sleep in his room because her dorm is a mess, and she gladly accepts it. The next day, Tree wakes up horrified because her birthday ringtone plays again, but then Carter reveals that it's just a prank, and it is already Tuesday the 19th. She was scared to death and Carter is just laughing at her, until they start getting intimate and Tree's life has finally moved forward. Did you like our movie recap? Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. To be updated for new movie recaps, hit the notification bell.